Welcome, writers. Today we're going to consider the question, what does a character really want? What motivates them in the story to feel the way they do throughout the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story? Let's start with a review of how we got here. We already dug deeper into why the author included certain details in the story, why this detail shows a certain personality trait in a character. Like these examples from Everything Will Be Okay. And these examples from Fly Away Home. Then yesterday we dug even deeper to consider, what does this character really want? Why the character did or said what was in the story. For example, we have the girl from The Most Magnificent Thing. In the middle of the story, she says, "I'm no good at this. I quit." We talked about what motivated her to say that statement. And James, at the end of the story, he wants to be in charge of his own destiny. "I will never work for Dr. Milk. I will not go hunting with my father. I will decide for myself what kind of boy I am, what kind of man I will become." And we talked a little bit about what would be the motivating factor behind him making this statement. And of course, Andrew. At the end of his story, he finds hope in remembering the bird. "Then I remember the bird. It took a while, but a door opened. And when the bird left, when it flew free, I know it was singing." And we talked a little bit about why having this hope was important for him, why he was motivated to make this statement. Today, we're going to practice going even deeper, getting to those deep down internal motivations. And don't forget, if you need to, you can use these thought prompts to help you get started, just in case you get a little bit stuck. Okay. Open your writing notebook to where you were writing yesterday, the notes portion of your notebook. Let's get deeper into what each character really wants out of life. What are their deep down internal motivations? For example, we have the girl from The Most Magnificent Thing. She says, "I'm no good at this. I quit." But what she really wants is to have fun with her dog. What she really wants is to feel successful. Just like James, he makes a decision for making his own destiny. But what he really wants is to have a pet of his own and choose his own destiny. And for Andrew, what he really wants is to have a home of his own and to have hope for his future. These deep down internal motivations are what causes the characters in these stories to say the things they say and do the things they do. Okay, pause the video and using your chosen story, add at least 2 more ideas to your list. Now that you have more ideas, choose one idea and write long about that idea. For example, if I'm talking about the girl from The Most Magnificent Thing, where she wants to have fun with her dog and be successful, I would write something like this. The girl in The Most Magnificent Thing didn't really want to give up. She wanted to be successful. She wanted to have fun with her dog. She wanted to make him the sidecar for her scooter. I think she just got frustrated. Maybe the people staring at her and not understanding made her nervous. Perhaps after trying so many different ways and being unsuccessful in all of them got really annoying. I wonder if someone offering to help her would have kept her from quitting. On the other hand, part of her confidence is that she makes things all the time, easy peasy. Perhaps the fact that it took too long for her to feel successful made her quit before she was really finished. Okay. Notice that I used some of those sentence starters. I had a little trouble in portions of writing long, so I took a few minutes to look at that chart and use some of the sentence starters. You can always go back in this video and look at that chart. Okay, pause the video and do your own new entry about what is behind the motivations of your character. Okay, we're going to add just a teensy bit more to your entry because I want you to focus on the next portion of this tip list. But once you have an idea and some evidence, yep, you guessed it, it's time to add textual evidence. You knew it would eventually come anyway, so here we go. I want you to go back to your entry, go back to the story, reread again, reread more of the text, Reread more closely and expect your original idea will change based on textual evidence that you find in your story. Okay, off you go. Write long about your character's motivations and find some of that textual evidence to prove that you know what you're talking about. To prove that you know what does this character really want? What is their motivation?